Okay, please open your book to page number 106. We are going to talk today about the first and the second conditional. All right. What is the first conditional? Well, we use the first conditional to talk about a possible future action or situation. And the first conditional has two parts, right? Which are called clauses. A clause that contains the word if and a clause that contains the word will or won't. For example, I can say, if you study, I will give you the points, right? So this is the first conditional. So you can see the two parts over here, okay? And there are two clauses. This is the first clause and this is the second clause, right? So we have two clauses. This one has the word if and this one has the word will. Sometimes this may be the word won't as well if it's in negative. If you study, I will give you the points. So I am giving you a reason over here. If you study, right? So these will happen, this information over here will happen as a result of doing this, right? If you study, I will give you the points. This is an example. All right. How do we form the first conditional? Well, what we do is we use obviously if plus subject plus verb in present, right? Then we have subject, verb in past, verb in future, I'm sorry, which is in this case will give, and the complement of that class. So we combine present and future over here. So it's very simple. It's very simple. And we obviously use, hold on one second. I forgot to put a comma over there, but we use a comma. Let me clear this drawings for you. All right. That being said, guys, we're going to work on activity C. It says rewrite the sentences by changing the order of the clauses. What is the first one? Who wants to go ahead and read the first one?
Me.
Go ahead.
We will all be happier if we help each other more.
We will all be happier if we help each other more, right? So we are going to change the clauses. So how's that gonna be? We're going to start with if. If we help each other more, comma, we will all be happier, right? So that's the way you should do it.
Mr. Says more, no more.
More. If we help each other more, we will all be happier. So we have changed the order of the clauses. We put this at the beginning and this one at the end. All right. Okay. Next one. Jared, go ahead and read next one.
If you study another language, you will be bilingual.
Okay, so we are going to reorder the clauses. So how would they be? You will be
You
bilingual
will be, if you study another,
if you study another language, right? Then we have another one. It says, if you live in another country, you will have an interesting experience. Who wants to tell me what is the other version? How are we gonna make the other version? You will have an interesting experience if you live in another country. Okay, so we have done three already. And please go ahead and copy and do it right now, because if not, you will have a lot of things to do later on. So we have done three already. And give me a green check mark once you're finished. Something very important that we have to understand is why one clause is in the present and why the other clause is in future. Because one is conditioning the other one. For example, if I say, if we help each other more, I'm sorry, let me remove this. If we help each other more, we are conditioning the second clause. What's gonna happen if we help each other more? We will all be happier. That's why it's called first conditional. All right. Um, let me see. Only a few people are finished. Well, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this up. Thank you, Emilio.
Mister,
Yes.
wait a little bit. Is that I need to put the participant things. They need this. They need. Don't let me look.
Oh my goodness. And I already erased it. So you will have to watch the
No,
video.
I already copied, Mister. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying when you start the next one,
Mm-hmm.
wait a little bit.
Okay, no problem. All right, number four says, if we reduce the amount of energy we use, we can help the environment. I'm gonna ask, let me see, and remember I'm gonna be kicking out the people who's not participating. Actually, go ahead and tell me how can we arrange this this information, this sentence. Ashley,
We can help the environment if we reduce the amount of energy we use.
exactly, thank you very much. We can help the environment if we reduce the amount of energy we use. All right.
Mister,
Yes.
it may rhyme. Reduce and use.
Yeah, they're right. Reduce, use. All right. So let me ask Giancarlos. Go ahead and read number five.
You will feel better and have more energy if you exercise every day.
Thank you very much, Giancarlos. Now let me ask Loani. How can we rearrange this sentence? Loani. I don't know if Loani is here for sure. Okay. If you exercise every day, comma, you will feel better and have more energy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it over here on the board for a couple of minutes so you can go ahead and copy it.
Mister,
Yes, Emilio.
can you make it a little bit more small?
A little bit more.
Small.
I'm not understanding, Emilio. Probably I'm not hearing. I can't hear you very well. A little bit.
Say, she say like a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller.
Yes.
Oh, sure. But, well, I can do that with this, the last one, but the first one, there's nothing I can do. Let me see. I'm gonna,
No, the first one I already looked at. Is that the thing of participant? Don't let me know.
okay. But you can minimize that.
Yes, I'm trying to make that. Oh, I already have it in that
Mhm.
thing of the first one.
Okay, no problem. All right, so, uh,
You can erase if you want, mister. I'm
okay,
done.
all right. Uh, Activity D is going to be your homework. Complete the sentences with your ideas. That's why it's going to be your homework, because you have to use your ideas and remember how to use the first conditional. All right. Now let's move to page 107. Second conditional. All right. Second and first and second conditionals are similar. The difference is in that we use for the second conditional, we use would or wouldn't in the place of will. All right. Why do we do that? Because um, we are talking about something that is improbable or hypothetical, right? Or imaginary. And but it's mostly the same. I mean, the structure is basically the same. The only thing that changes is that we are going to be using um, would or wouldn't in the place of will. All right, but it's basically the same. It says to form the second conditional, we are going to, we're going to use the same structure. Use if plus subject plus past simple verb plus subject for future and with would. And also, and what we are going to do also is that um, we are going to use the past tense and not the present, as we were doing in the with the first conditional. Example, I have if I were you, comma. Hold on, let me clear this up. I'm gonna use the text better. If I were you, I would do my homework. All right. This is a clear example. What we are doing over here is, in this case, we are using the past tense and not the present as we were doing in the first conditional. And in here, we are using would instead of will. That's the only difference, right? And obviously that we are talking about something improbable, something hypothetical, all right? That being said, guys, we're going to, well, there are two examples over there. It says, if I were the principal of the school, I would help the community. If I had a lot of money, I would give it to poor people. Okay. Activity E, complete each second conditional sentence with the correct form of the verbs in parentheses. I'm gonna ask someone to read. Marlon, go ahead and read number one.
Uh, if I a millionaire, I around the world.
All right, thank you very much. So we have we have two verbs. We have be at first place, and then we have travel. So who wants to tell me how how we are going to be doing that. If the verb is be, which is the form that we need over there? If
I know, mister.
yes, tell me.
If I were,
Exactly. If I were, we are going to use the were form of be. If I were a millionaire, comma, and then how are we going to complete the second one? I,
I would.
I, exactly. I would travel around the world. All right. Okay, number two. Emilio, go ahead and read number two.
we organize a campaign if we want to make a change.
Okay, so the verb is organize and the other one is want. So what are we supposed to write on the first one?
Would.
Would, exactly. We would organize. What's gonna be on the second one? We wanted. Remember,
Where
we are combining would and the past tense, or the past tense and would. So we would organize a campaign if we wanted to make a change. Number three, let me ask Angelica, go ahead and read number three.
Number 3, if you work harder, you pass the exam.
Okay, so we have two verbs. The first one is work and the second one is past. So how would be the first one?
No sé. You
Would
start.
work or worked? Yes, tell me. Yes? So it would be worked, right? Remember, we are going to use the past tense. Where you see if, the past tense go over there, right? So we are not going to say if I would. Would and if never go in the same clause. They go in separate clause. If goes in
Mister,
a clause and would goes on a different clause. Yes, mister.
where we put worked? Ah,
On the first line, of course, because the parenthesis is next to the first line.
yes.
If you worked harder, you, in this case, the other one would be would pass, right? Would pass the exam. All right. Um, number four. Harold, go ahead and read number four.
If we study more, we get better grades.
If we more, we better grade. So we have study in the first one and get in the other one. So if it says if, what are we going to write on the first line? Would study or studied?
studied.
Studied, of course. That means that on the second one, what are we supposed to write on the second one? Would get. Would get. Thank you very much. All right. Number five. Let me have. Wilson, go ahead and read number five. Adilson.
They, if they more money,
They move if they more money. Okay, thank you very much. So the first verb is move, the second one is have. If it just say they, what are we supposed to write on the first line? Moved or would move?
Moved.
Food.
Why moved?
Uh,
Um,
Remember, we are going to use the past tense in the clause that has if, but in this case, it doesn't have the word if. So it's gonna be would, they would move as a consequence. The other one where it says if they, it's going to be the past, if they had more money, right? They would move if they had more money. All right, I'm gonna leave that for a little longer so you guys can,
Mister,
yes.
I have a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Until what page is the homework?
Until page 100, 108. All right.
The think of past tense and future tense,
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna explain that at the end of the meeting. Don't worry. Okay, so we have complete the sentence with your own ideas. This is your homework as well. So far, you have two homeworks that you have to complete with your own ideas. And it's on page 106, page 107. Okay, it's also in the wiki planner that I sent you. Uh, Page 108, paragraphs and verb tenses. A paragraph should be written in one tense. You should not change tenses within one paragraph or piece of writing. So if we start like in present, we have to finish in present. If we start in past, we will finish in past. If we start in future, we will finish in future. It's not correct to be, combining the tenses in a paragraph. All right. The verb tense tells if an action takes place in present, past, or future. It says read and notice tense of the paragraph, then rewrite it in the given tenses. It says our training schedule. My best friend Jack and I are training for the school track and field competition. We are following a healthy diet and are doing a lot of exercise every
¿Y
day.
qué quieres hacer
We
tus
wake up
tareas?
at 6:30 to run and ride our bikes before we go to school.
No.
We ride our bikes to the park near our houses and meet here. We start with some warm-up exercises, which include stretching and jumping jacks. Then we run around the park twice.
Andrea,
When we
quítate.
arrive home, we eat a good breakfast and get ready for school. So who wants to tell me what the tense is? Who wants to tell me what the tense
Present.
is? Present is present. So go ahead and write present on the line. All right. The next two exercise is your homework. So what are you going to do over there? You're going to change the same paragraph to the past tense and to the future tense. I am going to tell you how by writing the first sentence only. It says, in the present tense says, my best friend Jack and I are training for the school track and field competition. In the past will be, my best friend Jack and I were training, right? So I have changed the sentence to the past, and you will be doing the same with all the sentences in the paragraph, right? And for the future, it's similar. My best friend Jack and I will train. Okay, so you have the two examples over here. So the first thing that you're gonna do is to change it into the past tense, like this one, and um, the second thing that you're gonna do is to change it into the future tense using will. All right.
Mister,
Yes.
if we don't have enough space, we can continue in a separate sheet of paper.
Yeah, you can do that as well, or you can continue in your notebook. I would say if you don't have more space, use just the space that you have in the book, okay? And leave everything that is that does not fit over there, leave it, okay? Leave it behind. It doesn't matter. All right, and that's your homework as well.
Mister,
Yes.
We will have another meeting today.
No.
Oh, okay.
Please double check the wiki planner that I sent you. Synonyms and antonyms. What is a synonym? Who wants to tell me what a synonym is?
A word that means the same.
Exactly, a word that has like the same or similar meanings to it as another word, right? And what is an antonym?
A word that means different.
A word that means the opposite, right? Okay. And for example, white is the opposite of black. Um, high is a synonym or it has similar meaning as tall, right? So those are examples of synonyms and antonyms. Write synonym S or antonym A after each pair of words. Use a dictionary to help you. All right, so happy and sad, what is that?
Antonym.
Antonyms, of course, very good. Quickly and fast,
Synonym.
synonyms, very good. Thin and skinny,
Synonym.
synonyms, very good. Early and late,
Antonym.
antonyms. I only hear Emilio participating. I don't know if the other people are working.
My microwave mute.
Your microphone, okay.
Yes, it's mute.
Silly and foolish,
Synonym.
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 synonyms. All right. Laugh and cry,
Antonym.
antonyms.
Antonym.
Tall and short,
Synonyms.
Antonym.
No, Anthony.
antonyms, yeah. And the other one is happy and glad,
Synonym.
Synonym.
synonyms. And pretty and lovely,
Synonym.
Synonym.
very good.
Synonym.
Terrible
Ho
and horrible,
Anthony.
antonyms.
Synonym.
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 Synonyms.
Synonym.
Right and run,
Antonym.
Antonym.
antonyms. Finish
Antonym.
and complete,
Synonym.
Synonym.
synonyms. High and tall,
Synonym.
Synonym.
synonyms. Beautiful and ugly,
Antonym.
Antonym.
antonym. Wonderful and great,
Synonym.
Synonym.
synonym. All right. And interesting and boring,
Antonym.
antonym.
Letter A.
And expensive and cheap,
Synonym.
Letter S. Letter S.
antonyms. All right. And
Synonym.
smart and intelligent,
Synonym.
Synonyms.
synonyms. Cute and adorable,
Synonym.
synonyms.
Synonym.
And
Synonym.
fat and chubby,
Synonyms.
synonyms, of course.
Woohoo.
All right, so this is what you should have. It's a little bit messy over here on my board because I couldn't handle it, but that's okay.
S A A S S A
Okay,
S S.
all right. Now, uh, let's continue with the last exercise that we're gonna be doing today. It says complete each sentence with a word from above. The first one that we have is Molly acts to make her friends laugh. Which word do you think it is? Molly acts to make her friends laugh. Which one, guys? Okay, it can be silly or foolish. All right. Then it says your homework quickly so you can play. So what's gonna be the word over there?
Finish.
Finish
Finish.
or complete, right?
Finish.
You can write any of those words, finish or complete. The next one says the kitten was, so we kept it.
So cute.
Cute.
Cute or adorable, any of the two words, all right? And we were to see our friends again.
Happy.
Happy.
Happy or glad, any of the two words. Then we have
Pero, mama.
the teacher got upset because Tim always arrives
Late. Late.
late. Good. Then we have my
Late.
brother and I woke up very because we were going to go camping
Quickly.
early.
Early.
Okay. Then we have Hong Kong has many high. Oh, hold on. I already told you. Tall or high, right? Tall buildings. Mute your mics, please. We left the theater because the movie was very
Terrible.
Interesting. No,
boring.
terrible, terrible.
Boring or interesting. Any of those. Um, I wanted an MP3 player for my birthday, but it was too
Expensive.
Expensive.
expensive, of course. And the last one is the day of the earthquake was a day.
Horrible.
Terrible. Terrible.
Terrible or horrible, any of those, okay? So you have the words already. Okay, guys, we are running out of time, so this is everything that we're gonna be doing today. Thank you very much for attending the meeting, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Please stick to the, let me stop recording.